Welcome back, Snoop Troop. It is your boy Lecarson, y'all. I got my middle child brother, Tremond Carson, y'all. Tremond has probably helped guide me through my childhood, and we'll get into that a little later. But let's go ahead and get a prayer and a thumbnail and get started. Oh, we got some tacos: chicken, tomato, beef, onions. Oh, I left my fried onion. No, these are the fried onions.
No, you put the fried onions in the front over there.
Oh, okay, I put them over there. So I'll let you do the prayer.
We want to thank you, Lord, for blessing us with this food today, and we hope for continued blessings all through 2022. Amen.
Amen. We can get done. Honestly, I'll find a thumbnail. You know, let's get to eating. I know you're pretty hungry.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, we had a little bit to drink. So y'all, what I meant by that in my first, there's some cilantro over here too. I didn't put the cilantro in the screen because it messes with the green screen. Un poquito. Oh, I didn't give myself a spoon. Oh, I'm gonna use my hand.
Oh man. Where is this at? This feels so gross.
Yeah, Tremond's the middle child, and he gets away with. Not gets away with everything.
Where you go with this?
I said he's friends and gets along with everyone. Not gets away, gets along. We go from Rob, Dallin, me, Tremond, Hank, whatever. You know that remote?
Yeah.
So, how's it feel being a middle child? Tremond can talk. Like, we've been talking about doing a podcast for like years, probably since like 2012 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm the talkative one. But it's probably because I am the middle child. You know, you got to kind of fight for attention, so you're always talking and getting in people's faces and all that. But eventually I got tired of that and just isolated myself in my room, started reading my books and, all that. Being a middle child isn't the worst, but...
If the best comes. So, who have I had on? I've got Pank, Dante, Seven, and my brother. I haven't had Mike on yet.
No, I don't think Mike's been on yet.
But Mike and Pank were bullies. Bay's just so much older, and then Dante, after a certain point, went to Cleveland, and then Seven was in Cleveland. So the two bullies of the family was Mike and Pank, and I don't care what they say, because Pank is so good with people. He's really good with people. I feel like he's better than any of my brothers with people. And he's faking it too. He's fucking faking it.
He's a smiler in your face type. I'm not bad about it, but like.
Oh yeah. Ma'am, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm not mad about it, but I can't. I get to a certain point where I'm like, I can't.
And they really did that? Oh my God. This dumbass. But I love that about him because he's always regarded as the dumbest in our family. And not like the dumbest is just like, because we're all like pretty smart people, but it was like, I'm a little behind.
Just in that aspect, but I felt like you got great with people in a different way than I am. The way I work is different, but I don't know.
That's why I thought that's why I think they say you can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree or something like that.
I never heard no shit like that. I never heard nothing like that.
I mean, they say, y'all heard that. Somebody heard that. You can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. Or, I don't know, there's something like
okay, I think I get the reference you're saying. Like, you can't judge somebody based off of like something that doesn't pertain to them at all.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe Pink wasn't good at math. And if he watches this, he'll be mad. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about something. You'll be alright, bro. We love you.
So the way he can talk to people and finesse them, like he did his time in the army and all that, and like strong, like whatever. But he got me out of a jam one time, and it was just like, this is what you said to them? Because this is what I would have said, and I would have been in handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, you can eat all you want.
I know. I'm just listening to your story. Go ahead.
It was my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Went out with him and his ex-wife. Me and my ex-girlfriend. So this was that long ago.
Okay.
And somebody like spit on my girlfriend. So I was like, what? And now we're throwing hands.
Yeah.
And then we left. And the police rolled up on us like, oh, we heard this and this and that. And I was like, yeah, but hang on, my bad. I'm edit that out.
Oh, hell no. That's it, Doc. The fuck out of here.
No, so I was talking to officers like, no, but he was like, I got this. He's like, officer, we have no clue what you're talking about. And honestly, I'm Tremond Carson from the Army Battalion. Yeah, it's just nonsense. And we got, and they let us go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I would have been in jail if it was me talking. And it's literally, you just have to, be the correct person in that situation.
Yeah, and I think Dave's really good at stuff like that too.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I think he's helped me with a lot of that. I mean, just learning how to deal with situations a lot smarter and not being super emotional about them, because it's easy to jump to like you know what I'm saying? Like an emotional point where I'm like,
right,
no, and I'm trying to explain myself, and I'm like, if every time I approach it like even, it ended up being a good situation. So
you know what I didn't even think about?
What?
Me and you are the most mellow, almost, I'm not gonna say conservative, but conservative in the way like we hide we don't blow up at the first sight of things, but we've been in probably the most police trouble.
Yeah, that's
we don't have to get into like.
No, that's fine. I'm not a criminal. I don't care. I've been to jail for some bullshit, and that's fine. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, I did some dumb stuff when I was younger, but it was never like hurting anybody.
Out of all of my friends and the people I've hung out with, I'm like, wait a minute, they're doing more than I'm doing, but I'm the one. Worse every time.
I watch my friends get away. I mean, the story. I'm outside with Miller, outside that bar, Dark Horse, back in the day. And, I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I had to defend Peg, so we kind of got into it inside the bar. But I was outside way before the police even showed up. You know what I'm saying? I was gone because I was like, I got to get up out of here. So, Matt is outside, hooting out, going crazy. And I'm looking at him like, you are so dumb, because he's on probation at the time. And I'm like, you shouldn't be out doing nothing.
Matt is a white dude, by the way.
So, yeah, if that wasn't obvious. But, so I grab him, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you trying to go to jail? Next thing I know, lady cop pull up right behind me. She asking me for my ID. She let him run. And I was immediately like, they killed me. And so, yeah, at that point, I was just like, no, I didn't do nothing wrong. I was like, no, I didn't do nothing. You don't need my ID. She was like, well, you're being detained then. I don't care. Oh, man, I called her every name in the book. I was dogging her. I was mad. That night, me, Peg, Snoop, like Shauna and Jay, we drank a whole bottle of E&J. And that was the problem. I was like probably 22. And yeah, it was a bad situation because she pepper sprayed my ass, the other cop tased my ass, and they took me to jail. And I've been shook at their asses ever since. I've been real weary. Ever since then, I was like, I can't go crazy about it. But
and it's the crazy thing is, if anyone who knew our whole family would rank any of us, they'd be like, I guarantee they would say we would be the last two people to ever get arrested. Mm-hmm. We've probably been arrested the most.
Wrong place, wrong time.
I think it's one of them situations. So we're so unbothered by like a lot of just like nuanced things, but I feel like maybe growing up around here and we know you're being disrespected in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I can take like the damn. I feel like we just had a revelation of why that is. Cause it's like, yeah, somebody can call me ugly, or dirty, or musty. No, or a bum ass. No. But when you're dealing with like a cop and you know it's racism involved, because I feel like one thing about Tremond also, we are considered the two smartest people in the family, and that is not anything that I'm saying. That is the consensus of me.
I'd probably throw 7 up above myself, but that's cool.
All right, that's all. We can.
Because I know you're watching 7.
The boys, because I feel like women think on a whole different level. Like it's not. I always thought women are smarter than men.
Yeah.
They just think deeper. Mm-hmm. Out of the boys, it was always me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree? That's nothing made up.
Yeah.
So, the fact that we are the ones who at the same time let certain things go, but not others. Like being disrespected by a police officer and like having a word to say with them, and other people will let it go. I mean, does that make sense?
No.
We'll let go being called ugly or stupid or whatever.
Yeah.
But if someone is actually disrespecting us, let's say like a police officer or something, and we're like, turn it into two.
No, I've done it before. I've done it on numerous occasions. I went to jail every time, but I mean, what can you do? But I mean, that's the price you pay for having a little pride. I mean, I'm not just about to let you do any sort of like violent like that. So that is what that is. But to be honest, ever since I had kids, like I just kind of remove myself from situations like that. Like I don't really want to be involved in like places where that stuff's gonna happen like that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. I think I've learned from Pank in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's so hard, especially. I understand that people think on like different levels,
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, little nuanced things don't bother me. Like nitpicky things, they don't bother me. Which honestly, they bother a lot of people.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
It don't bother me, but I guess more grandiose things. I'm more like.
Well, it was hard for me to understand. My life used to be like, but still is like, you can't like invalidate how I feel about certain things, and I'm like, but you like throwing a whole fit because of like something so small, and I just like, and I'm like, Doug, this could have been a conversation. Like it didn't need to be like a big thing, but some people, like I said, like. Some people freak out about the small, what we consider small, but it's a big deal to them. So
right, and it's hard understanding how you can get that upset about something so small. Because me, especially when I first met Alec, I had a girl from high school die. Granted, we've been out of high school for at that point like 8 years, 7 years. Can you hear me that, Elijah? We've been out of high school for like 7 years, and they just died. And I was thinking like 2 girls that I went to high school with, they died. One, I was probably out of a relationship with at least for like 7 months. And then I was just thinking about life. Like, was I 25 years old? And I'm like, man, you can spend this much of your life like worried about student loans, worried about the guy that's not texting you back, and the whole time you're dead tomorrow. And not to make things somber, but it's like, at that time, granted I was probably like a few months out of a relationship, but found someone that made me happy through that time, and it's just like I don't care about like any nuances about like who you're dating, what color they are, whether they have a kid or not. And I honestly didn't care because I was really in the mindset of I could literally die tomorrow. And I felt like it was coming, which is probably like a weird thing to say, but I've heard like Mike say that too. Like he said he was like really scared of like driving in a car for like months for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, this was like a few years ago too. But like I was like that. Like I felt like something bad was coming at that point in time. So it was just like.
Do you remember when I was like 16 and we lived with mommy in that apartment by Southview Park?
Mm-hmm.
And so that one day I got in that car accident with Nazra, and that car got totaled, and I walked away scot-free, and she...
Asra is, if you follow me, is Beretta Sir Rob Baker's girlfriend's older sister, which Tremond used to date. Y'all, we were connected, but sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
We were more friends. We dated for like a month, but regardless, make sure that's very clear. But we were in the car. She was driving. She got really, really messed up. I felt really, really bad because she broke like both her legs. This is that. Yeah, like real bad. And I had Joe pick me up, and I went to a party that night. And for real, and it's crazy to say, but like I really was like, well, I gotta live my life to the fullest. And Snoop, no, listen, you gotta understand.
But you were in high school at that time.
But you gotta understand, though, right? So
no concerts.
It's not even just that, because I really didn't think about it until years later. How much like
grimy that was with you.
Yeah, how much it was like we were like really close friends. Like I saw her in hospital like one time. It was like, oh, that was good, and I really was like airheaded about it. I was messed up, but
she ever say anything to you about it?
Yeah.
Oh, that what made you come to your senses, or did she make you?
No, I was already there, but I didn't really know how to bring it up, or like I already felt bad about it, and like I didn't want to resurface any of it. But to be completely honest, after Joel died, when I was 20, and I was in jail.
Yeah.
So then they didn't let me out for his funeral and all that, and it was just it was a real like. Having to deal with that because I didn't get out for like another 2 months, and it was literally for like what I stole some popcorn, like yeah. So just like the what I'm saying, like yeah, they was calling me the popcorn bandit, all this like
was it at least karma? Well, 2 months.
You know what he's at to. All the jokes they was calling me I'm telling you, they was in the jail clowning me. They had me. They kept walking up like the Hamburglar, the dude with the dude, the McDonald's dude. Man, they was killing me in there, and I couldn't help but laugh because it was funny. But it's some goofy stuff to go to jail for. But like that's the kind of stuff you go to jail for. And then I missed my best friend's his funeral, and and a lot of that felt like it was my fault. Because I was with him every day. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird stuff. I don't know.
It's one of those things that it's like I have a lot of stories which I'm not going to share on YouTube yet, but it's one of the stories like if I wasn't black, this wouldn't have happened. You don't spend months in jail for stealing a bag of popcorn. That doesn't happen. It doesn't fucking happen.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they ask like, well, why do you hate Wisconsin and stuff like that? Another conversation. Well,
I was talking to mommy. She was literally like, she was like, you got disorderly conduct. You was in jail for that long for that? I said, that's how they do me up here. I don't know what to tell you. It's a disorderly conduct. It's like, I got like 6 of them. And they put me in jail longer each time I got one. And that was it.
I'll run a book. I have so many stories.
These people were almost like, I literally looked like they were assaulting Shauna when I watched them, deal with her. And so I stopped and was like, yo, like go with my sister, like you being real aggressive. And it was like, we'll put your ass in the car too. I was like, listen, Shauna, I'll call back and we'll figure this whole thing out. I'm like, I can't keep going back, man. But regardless, there's always some nonsense, you know what I'm saying? You just like assume guilty, but it is what it is. It's enough to make you just start isolating yourself, Like, I can't.
Some of the drivers call me out like, Snoop don't seem as happy in Wisconsin. I'm like,
you probably not.
Yeah.
Wash it down.
I said, oh, I'm going to pull it down.
That's kind of like my routine since I've been like 15. That's what we do in Wisconsin.
I was just watching some old videos and I was like, We don't do that in Wisconsin. I never remember doing that.
Do what?
From,
A tap thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I got that from parties. Like that's how we took. So we took the shots.
Sorry, I don't drink that much, so that's burning me.
Yeah, I feel you.
Honestly, I'm looking a little full.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta keep eating. You know, I'm big as hell. So,
Yeah, we can.
You know, I'm big as hell.
I know you
Can I take some of this home?
You can take all of it.
All right, cool. I was gonna take
Man,
it.
I'm so salty because I bought some ground beef. So one of my followers actually said something was like Turtle loves Urkel. I don't know if he's a troll or a supporter, but or if it's a woman or
maybe both.
Because maybe both sometimes, but
you don't have to do one thing.
Because I said I was sick, and they was like, yeah, you're not gonna get any better by eating eggs every day.
Dr. ass.
Because I'm always eating eggs every day. Like that's
you convinced our dad you don't like cereal. Have eggs all the time.
So I'm so like when me and Elise broke up, I lost a lot of weight, and I didn't realize it until Stan 7 if you watch this up until this point. And Pink just broke up with Andrea. They just got divorced. So we both lost a lot of weight. And for me, I've never been a big eater in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I kind of do my thing now. Cause I only eat if I'm usually posting it, it's coming out the next day. I don't eat a lot.
I think you gotta give me some more tortillas, fam, because I eat the whole thing.
Well, I mean, we ran out of tortillas then.
All right, get in the kitchen.
We're filming. Well, I just lost my train of thought. But Stan told me and Pink was like, "Are you guys eating? Are you guys okay?" Like, no, we're just not in a relationship anymore. Because I've never been a big eater. Like, I don't want to get so skinny. To people asking if I'm on that shit. Y'all seen Snoopy on that shit? I've already lost. So since we caught COVID, which I'm glad I lost them 20 pounds. And Dalvin lost 30, and Rob he was snacking the whole time.
Damn, I'll take a little some of that COVID.
Oh, mommy said that.
that.
Mommy said she lost 30 pounds. She was like, damn, I didn't want another round. Hey, Dalvin too, because Dalvin lost 30.
He probably looked the same. He probably like
No,
Dalvin
he
2016.
didn't. No. Hey, when I came downstairs, I was like, I know you sick, but bro, you look way better. Bro, you look like the Dalvin I used to know. But even him like, I'll take another round of COVID, a little more. Because I want to lose the weight.
It's messing everybody up like that. I see. That's wild.
It's cool when it's not killing you. Because go ahead, that's the new BBL. Yeah.
If it ain't gonna kill me, but I can lose that 30.
It was like, Tremond charged him $20 to get COVID at his house. You a little sturdy, you go over there.
Hey, we got somebody cough right in your face as soon as you walk in the door.
That's what's you want to lose to 30? Hey, lower chance of dying from the BBL. No.
Damn. They still getting it, too. They still getting it.
I'm about to get canceled.
You might.
No, I'm not. But that was all facts. You got higher chance of dying from a BBL than COVID.
Do you think it's obvious with their jokes? Like, I'm playing.
Huh?
Do you think it's obvious with
No, I don't know how people take me. To be honest. One, the people still watching already know I'm Snoop Shiesty.
I'll let y'all figure it out for yourselves.
No, they know. They've been watching for months.
Cool.
I'm Snoop Shiesty, baby. Oh, you don't watch my videos. You never heard Snoop Shiesty.
Nah.
Snoop Shiesty, that's my dog. What Snoop, I'm really shiesty.
I'm glad you leaned into that. I'm glad you leaned fully into that. Cause that's gonna be something I'm gonna hold on to for a little while. The shimmy and everything. Yeah. Oh man.
I'm full, but I'll take another shot.
Okay. So how did you feel like the holidays and shit this year?
I stayed.
You stayed out the whole time?
Honestly, I
didn't really get to see nobody. Like I saw Tommy when we was here.
I was very emotional, and I don't know why.
Like in what kind of way?
Like depressed, very depressed. Once I was by myself, I was literally like, I was coughing so bad. I was thinking like, this is how I'm gonna die, and no one's gonna care. And then like I haven't had like, really anybody like checking on me. Like I don't have a girlfriend. Me and Taylor like took like an ease.
Mm-hmm.
And then all my family was just like kicking it with each other. I'm like, I'm gonna die coughing here on the floor. This was my thought process.
Oh damn.
It was very messed up.
It's wild for you to think that, considering how close I live to you, though.
Tremond, I was very sick.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying, like, I literally, like, I could walk here.
But then, like, it was like 2 days and nobody hit me up. Not from YouTube, not from. I'm like, what the? It was so like.
Did your phone get turned off?
No.
Oh.
No, I was like, I didn't have anyone hitting me up. And I'm like, I could have.
Because you know I don't like broke people.
Broke niggas. I've been around too many broke niggas. That's how I keep getting sick.
That's how it happens.
No, but it was one of them nights. Because I ended up getting sick after. And I think like a lot of the negative mindset came from was I bought one of them CBD pens, which, had the Delta 8.
Yeah.
And it would help me sleep. And I think I like inhaled it.
Overdid it.
Which one burned my chest. I did a video with Robert. And then I kept doing it, thinking whatever. I just ended up getting like really sick, which I thought was because it was my chest.
Yeah.
But then I started coughing and all that. And I'm like, yeah.
Well.
And before that, I told like everybody like I'm sick, so it wasn't like my family ain't looking out for me. It was more like I told them like I'm just gonna be at home.
Yeah.
But then like when it comes to like the New Year's Day, I'm like, oh, coughing and you can't breathe.
Yeah.
That shit was rough.
Damn. I can't even imagine, because I don't really get sick.
We never, our family. Never.
I always call it the Lecarson immune system. I said, I don't know what they put in the food. I don't get sick. I really don't.
And, it's funny. You ever apply to a job and they be like, "When do you think it's okay to miss work?" You be like, "Never." I don't fucking feel like going. How many times do you think it's in a year? Do you think it's okay to miss work? Whenever I don't feel like going.
Hey, see, it's funny because I learned to finesse the situation so much better now because
I'm not gonna say that, but yeah.
That's the best thing about having kids. Be like, listen, if something comes up with my kids, I mean, obviously I gotta go, but I don't really go like that.
Goes my kid and then your company. What the fuck? Bitch. If I stub my toe, I'm not coming in.
No, they really be wanting you to put that whole company first, which is kind of wild, really. But
yeah,
this is America. What can you do?
Smoking fucking dope. But I'm full. We ran out of turkey. I knew we probably should have had more turkey.
I didn't really think. This is my first time doing this, so I didn't know I was gonna need like that whole bag.
No, yeah, me either.
So
we ate a lot. Oh, you can have all those too.
I mean,
I just need my cutting board back.
yeah. So
no,
I'm gonna bag it up for me.
I feel like I'm gonna edit the fuck out this video.
You probably do want to edit it.
No. there's one part I need to cut out, but there's one we just I'm vibing. You wanna take a?
Yeah, but listen. Why don't we talk about something like in our family or something? Like, why don't you
Hey, shout out to TXOXO and our cousin Asia Lee. They just did a collab today. I mean, I love my family. Yeah, Taylor did a video with Asia. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
No, yeah, that's what up.
That's what's up. Congratulations, y'all. Asia, love you, cuz. Oh, you want somebody to sing?
Hopefully, if I just gotta make it back to Houston, so Taylor don't forget about me. Aww.
I gave you money and every little thing that you need.
Oh, baby.
She got your ass out here looking like Rob Kardashian.
Ooh.
You okay?
No. One thing about Taylor has done nothing but make my YouTube channel better and telling me like what I need to do to make it better.
Damn, she sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, you should meet her.
I don't think I talked to her on the phone that one day.
No, we know it. We're not gonna do that because me and Taylor don't end up together. I'm not about to feel over here. I wish I would have. Girl, I wish I would have made
Taylor.
Girl, I wish I would have said that I do.
I should have kissed you. Look at that.
I should have gave you my heart. And Taylor, so one thing I didn't know, like, apparently you're supposed to ask people to be your girlfriend. Ain't it just like a known thing?
I think that what I did with my wife was I just sent her the thing on Facebook.
Oh, no.
And she just accepted it and was like,
yeah,
I guess we dating now.
I just figured like
I had to actually propose, like in real life. But,
well, yeah, you proposed.
But when you start dating, I was really like, listen, we've been doing this for quite a while. Like, I've already, we've seen each other naked. Like, do we have to do the whole, like, do you, like, I'm supposed to bend down on one of them?
Like that's childish.
It just seems weird. The whole exchange is weird, I think. I don't know.
Like, girl, I've been talking to you for months.
Well,
you can't tell me that you don't think that I think we're dating.
Well, the thing is, I think that dating is just overall completely changed. Like, the way we view it and the way we go about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, they used to, nobody called it hoeing when a girl would go on a date with 5 different dudes in a week because they were all trying to get to know her to see if she was a suitable match. Nowadays, it's like you go out on one date with a girl and you hang out with her. Now it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What are we? Like, that's not how this goes. Like, you kind of see how it goes. So I think you're supposed to be allowed to see other people initially. If you've been seeing somebody for maybe more than a couple of weeks, I feel like you should narrow it down probably, but...
Honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been on a date where I didn't get out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, right away?
Well...
Did you actually like him, or did you just like...
I'm Snoop Shiesty. Well, one, I keep it a band. Like, right now, like, any girl I talk to, I'll honestly... I've been in Wisconsin for like a minute.
So you just pull some like Ron Burgundy shit. Like, I don't know if you know, but I'm kind of a big deal.
No, I don't do nothing like that. I just, like I said, it's cliche to say you're emotionally available. It's just like emotion. No, I'm not even gonna say that. All right. Next episode.
What the hell are you talking about? Like, I need you to lead me up to this big thing and then just
you should have gave me this last time.
You should have said like,
hey,
no, continue the story, dog. What do you mean?
As we all know, the grind never stops.
Snaps? You gotta get your
Snoop TV is out.
Keep my shit been going. Oh, see, no, you are not my bro. Please quit